A new space for start-up firms and entrepreneurs in South London has been officially opened this lunchtime. Impact Hub Brixton has been backed by money from the Mayor of London. Reya El-Salahi has been checking it out for us. Reya, tell us more.
Yeah, this communal workspace offers a base to 150 entrepreneurs with grass-lined carpet and sweetie jars on tap. It's quirky, to say the least. And I'm joined by the founder of Impact Hub Brixton, Joost Brunderman. Lovely to have you with us. Why is this such a significant opening for the area?
Well, in Brixton, just like everywhere in London, we're seeing that a lot of affordable workspace is disappearing, is becoming more expensive, and that makes it hard for people who want to start their own business, or actually even before that, try something out, try out their ideas to actually find a space to get started, right? And we're not just a space, but we're also a community of lots of people doing similar things, perhaps. Some people are working in tech, some people are building websites, some people are working in the food industry, some people are working to set up a social enterprise in education, for example. And what they all have in common is that they're at the relatively early stage of their journey. And what you then need is actually to talk to lots of people who might be able to help you, give you ideas, support your project in different ways. And this is the kind of place where they find that community of people. And if this wasn't here, more and more people are telling us, well, they would be in their bedroom or in their front room, in their kitchen. And actually the startup journey is quite lonely then, right? So actually, because they can become a member here, they can benefit from being around other people who are going through a similar stage in their business, and that makes them go faster, it makes them more inspired, more connected, and enabled to actually let their ideas grow and flourish.
Areas like Shoreditch, traditionally thought of as the hub of startups, does this signal the start of Brixton being the new place to be in London?
Well, Brixton is already the place to be in London.
For startup businesses?
You find startups everywhere across London. I think it's one of the misconceptions that only happens in East London. You find startups in Brent, you find startups in Haringey, you find startups all across South London. So I think this is something that we see happening across London. Of course, East London has the tech sector that's of course going big, but you also see tech startups here. I'm pretty convinced that startup businesses are something that we're seeing more and more of across London. And it's because people want to be their own boss. It's because people have great ideas to start new social enterprises that are often rooted in what's needed locally and what's relevant locally, right? So that you're seeing this really happening across London. And they all face the same pressures, right? They all face the same pressures of not finding an affordable space to start, needing support with different things like investment, building their business model, and that happens in places like this.
Thank you very much for speaking to us this lunchtime, Joost Brunderman, the founder of Impact Hub Brixton, and of course concerns among some local residents about the wider impacts areas and spaces like Pop Brixton may have on the local area, on raising rent prices and living costs, something we put to Councillor Jack Hopkins a little earlier.
Well, I think that's a growing trend anyway, and that's just the nature of kind of the market and, you know, international property prices, and there's very little that we can do about that. I think what this is about the council saying we want to protect some space for this area. The council didn't take any money from Pop Brixton. We've given over the land, and part of the deal is that we want people to be able to explore that. So there are 20% of the businesses here don't pay any rent or pay very little rent, and that's about them starting out. I think actually this should be a place for everyone. You know, this is not a closed shop. Anyone can come here, and what we're seeing with the various events that are going on is that we are actually bringing people from the local community in to mix and mingle so that they can see that there are other opportunities.
A workspace, it's hoped, will help stimulate the local economy and support young businesses here in this part of Lambeth.